What's up, YouTube comic book fans? This is Jimmy C coming at you with my fourth video. And you know what? Number 4, if it's good enough for Captain America and the Avengers, it's good enough for me. I want to give you a little bit of background about myself. Born and raised downtown Manhattan on Mulberry Street, Little Italy. Grew up there my whole life. Currently live in Jersey City. I was a big collector in the late 80s, early 90s. I was, maybe 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. That's when I bought the bulk of my comics. After that, what happened in the 90s. I grew up, things just parted away. Back in 2006, 7, and 8, I started collecting again. I was getting pull lists left and right, everything. I was getting about, 30 to 40 comic books every week or two. I had a good job, and, single, nobody bothering me, so I had money to burn. So I got a big pull from those eras. I stopped after that, and been watching your guys' videos for about a year right now, and it's just, giving me the motivation to get back into it. It's something I've always loved, and now's the time. So that's a little bit about me. Currently 34 years old. Alright, let's kick it off. This is another one of my production, sorry about that, I just had a blank. This is Starjammers #1, one of my production art prints. It's a Cockrum, I think Starjammers #1. Beautiful color on this, I just love it. They're not originals, but, I've said it before, they're beautiful, so why not? But anyway, let me just kick it off. If you've seen my other videos, I've been getting a couple of blanks because, when I go to the conventions or whatever, I tear them up. So I got Fantastic Four #4, Avengers, and X Factor. I'm going to get some beautiful drawings done on these. By who and when, I'm not sure, but they are going to happen eventually. So, to be continued. Let's kick it off. So a lot of my stuff I've had forever. I'll do new hauls, but I'm not going to do hauls like about new stuff I get, because, I get stuff here and there. I'm going to do mostly back issue stuff that I've had. Let's kick this off. I got this on eBay. Son of Satan #1. And then, to go with that, I got Hellstorm #1. I don't even know if this is the same guy. I'm assuming it is. They got the same pentagram emblazoned on their chest. But you know what? It's like, I was digging this character. When Doctor Strange was giving up the mantle, he was one of the guys he was considering, and I thought he was a pretty cool character. So I saw this and I bought it. I had that one for a while. That's really all I got to say about that. A little Forrest Gump style. Got X Factor #15 right here. And when I was young and I was collecting, I tried to group things and I would double bag and board. So right there I got X Factor 56. I'm missing the other keys, but I will be getting them. Got these recently. Legendary from Dynamite #1s. Steampunk. I think it's a little bit like Fantastic. No, sorry, not Fantastic. Final Fantasy, the video game. Some steampunk version, stuff of that nature. They look cool. I see, why not? I'll take it. Picked this up at Forbidden Planet, rather. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Forbidden Planet, it's downtown Manhattan. It's like one of the places to go for stuff. I think it's a little commercialized now. It used to be a really cool spot back in the day. But you know what? Cover price, signed by the artist and author already, so why not? Next comic book, it's an ode to my days in college. It's what my nickname was. They used to call me, because I was, wham bam, thank you ma'am, one-hit wonder. I said, oh my god, why not? Let's check it out. From what I hear, it's a sick book. Just from the cover alone, you could tell. So I'm like, alright, I'm all about that. Let's get it. Sweet. Next book I got, Dark Reign, War Machine #1. And, what do you call it? What is it, an ode to the miracles? I'm just a love machine. Well, we changed the words up. And another book I had. I love when I collected back in the day, so I bought everything when I was young. And, everything's different now. So, I was digging into crates, and, lo and behold, I had this. You know, first War Machine, Iron Man 282. Writing over the cover way before DC did it with the new 3D nonsense. But, you know, hey, I'll take it. I had it, and it's in a good condition. It was sitting in a box, you know, from the land before time. Same thing goes with this little X-Men 266. I think I had 2 of them. I have no idea where the other one is, and it's annoying me because this book is like such like you know, it's a pretty pricey book. But, you know, first Gambit, why not have at it? Let's see what else I got. Little She-Hulk #1. These are all original buys when they first came out. You know, look, you know, $1. Yeah. And then on the flip side, because, you know, this is how we used to get down in the 80s. We would double bag and board. I don't want to hear about nothing, you know. Ronald Reagan style. Silver Sable. I was talking about that the other day. And here we go next. Like I say, you know, anything with a 00 on it, I'm all about it. I got this book on eBay for $5. I think shipping was $1 or $2. So I said, you know what, I'm all in. You know, nothing's wrong with it. It's really good, looking good. Especially, you know, those thick issues, as they say. It's a perfect copy. Set it and forget it, Ronco style. I got it and I'm done. I find, like, you know, about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, eBay was like, you can get some good things on eBay. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what it is, or comics the thing or whatever, but the prices are ridiculous. Since the last year, 1.5 years. This is a perfect example. Like, I got these 2 books on eBay maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I paid like $5 each for these. These are big issues, you know, first Alpha Flight or whatever it is. Like, you know, look, really good condition, great story. They have purpose, and, like, you know, I loved it back then. You know, I was still like, no, I knew what's up. I'm like, let me grab these. Like, oh my god. Now forget it. You're lucky you get these for $10 each. It's ridiculous. And if you get them at a convention, forget it. I saw these going for $20, $25 in Asbury Park. Like, no friggin' way. But I'm glad I have them, and I never let them go. You know, this one, the only thing has a little stamp up here. But other than that, they're both perfect. Next thing I'm going to talk about, this is a book I've never seen on anyone's video. And, like, it's not worth a whole lot. But if you guys are looking for, like, a great story to read, it's a 12 issue series. It's amazing. I read it and I loved it. Like, you know, it has everything. Dan the Unharmable. This is the retro cover, so it might be a little hard to see. I wanted this cover, like, I didn't get the first issue of the regular cover, but if you guys are looking for something to read, you know, off the beaten path, this is a pretty friggin' cool book to read. It's 12 issues, you know, try to see if they have the paperback hardcover. You know, if not, you know what? You download it on Pirate Bay. It's a great book. I love it. I'm glad to have it. That's all I got to say about that. It's a great comic. Next thing, I am a sucker for anything Beatles. Me and my girlfriend were into the Beatles, like, you know, stuff like that. So I picked this up. Ode to Abbey Road, I think, X-Men. I am going to get this signed and maybe even have them throw up a little doodle or whatnot one day down the road. But I just love this cover. I think it's great. You know, who better than what's-his-face, Arthur, you know, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I have a bunch of books by him. I met him at a convention in Comic-Con maybe 2 years ago, but I didn't have this book then. But, you know, I just love this. And, you know, just to let you know, guys, I'm really a Beatles fan. I'll show you guys this also. Boom. I got this before, like I was talking about, the comic book craze swept over eBay. So, Beatles Yellow Submarine #1. Let me just see if it's all fit. It's a 7.5 CGC. I got it for, like, I think it was $100. And the poster is included. I guess that's a big thing because it says it on the top over there. I don't know. I just love everything Beatles. I've been to Vegas a bunch of times. I've seen the Beatles show. I've seen the show in Mirage, Beatles Love. You know, my girlfriend loves it. I was actually going to sell this on eBay, and my girlfriend hates comics and doesn't want to know anything about what I do with comics. But when she caught a glimpse that I might put this on eBay, she actually, like, spoke up and said, "You're going to sell the Beatles comic? How could you?" So right there I knew, like, deep down she loves not only this, but, like, she cares somewhat. So I said, all right, I won't sell it. Anyway, you know, it's going for, you know, $200 to $300 right now. So, like, I'm keeping it, you know. She loves it. If I sell it, I don't want to hear her mouth. So I'm keeping it. I'm stuck with this one, but I don't mind it at all. Last but not least, this video is going to be short and sweet. I'm going to show, this is not a holy grail or nothing, but this is the first book I ever, first like really old book I ever bought. I was about 10 years old in a street in Midtown Manhattan on 34th Street by Macy's. And back then there was like, you know, vendors in the street selling comic books. So I bought this raw. It was messed up, but like, you know what, a little kid, like an old school Spidey comic. I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm in. I got this book for $4 back in probably 1990, 1992. You know, later on in the down the road, I went to CGC and I got it framed, but like, boom. You know, not the best cover, you know, not the best rating ever. It's only a 5.0. But you know what? It's one of the first old books I ever bought, and I cherish this forever. This was my holy grail when I was 10 years old. I was like, oh my God. And you know what? This is a classic cover. Like, unbelievable, you know. I loved it so much. When I saw this, I had to get it. And, you know, it just goes with it hand in hand. You know, I'm not a toy guy. I don't have any toys or anything like that. But I had to get this. You know, it's an ode to the cover. Amazing Spider-Man number 39, and you know, I'm just digging it. I just set that right up right next to the book, you know, on the wall, and you know, I just look at it, and I love it. Girlfriend hates it, but hey, you know what? She's the girlfriend, not the wife, so she can't tell me to take it down. But I love this shit. That's about it. Jimmy C signing off. I hope you guys had a great video, great time with my video. You know what? That's another thing that reminds me. When I started doing my videos, I was wondering, like, you know, am I going to be a guy who, sorry about that, am I going to be a guy who, you know, has the static background and put the comics up and it's all about the comics? Or am I going to be the guy who the camera's on me and I'm doing like a little review or an interview or whatnot? And, you know, to each his own, but you know, I love it more this way. Like, I love for it to be all about the comics. Not knocking anyone that does it the other way. You know, there are a lot of great guys out there doing this. But, like, I just feel this is the way to go. Like, you know what? Put the comic up there. Let it sit. You know, no motion, no movement, no this and that. No bending the book. You know, some guys love comic books, but I see them the way they grab the books. I'm like, wow, like, they're putting dings in these books just from picking them up and throwing them around. But, hey, you know what? Everyone's different. And, that's just my last minute color commentary on everything. But I hope everyone enjoyed this, you know, my origin video and why I'm doing what I do. And, you know, thanks again. Please comment, subscribe if you like. Have a great day. Take care.